Podcast Talk. Learn English naturally.
Talking about weather in English.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to English Podcast Hub. I'm John.
And I'm Daniela. Today we have a topic that might sound simple on the surface, but trust me, by the end of this episode, you'll realize just how deep it goes.
Today, we're talking about weather, how to describe it, discuss it, complain about it, appreciate it, and use it to start and maintain conversations in English.
And before anyone thinks, weather? Really? That's so basic. Let me stop you right there. Weather is one of the richest vocabulary areas in English, and it's also one of the most socially important.
That's right. In English-speaking cultures, especially British culture, talking about the weather isn't just small talk. It's a social ritual. It's how people warm up to each other, break the ice, fill silences, and connect with strangers.
If you can talk about weather naturally and fluently, you can survive any awkward pause, open any conversation, and sound genuinely comfortable in English social situations.
So today, we'll give you vocabulary for every type of weather, expressions and idioms, grammar patterns, cultural context, and conversation techniques, all built around this one powerful topic.
But before we start, don't forget to subscribe, like the video, turn on notifications, and comment below. Let's start with the foundation. John, what are the main weather categories we need to cover?
There are 6 main weather types we'll go through: sunshine and heat, cold and frost, rain, wind, clouds and gray skies, and extreme weather. Each one has its own rich vocabulary world.
Let's go through them one by one.
Category 1. Sunshine and warm weather.
Basic: sunny, warm, hot, clear, bright.
Intermediate: scorching, sweltering, blazing, glorious, gorgeous, radiant, mild, pleasant, balmy.
Let's unpack a few. Scorching: intensely hot, almost uncomfortably so. The sun was absolutely scorching today, often used with absolutely for emphasis.
Sweltering: hot and humid, the kind of heat that makes you sweat just sitting still, more unpleasant than scorching.
Balmy: this is a beautiful word. Warm, gentle, and pleasant, usually for evenings or mild climates. It was a balmy evening. Sounds almost poetic.
Glorious: one of the most British words for good weather. If a British person says it's a glorious day, they mean the sun is shining and everything feels right with the world.
Down advanced: stifling, oppressive, muggy, humid, sultry, hazy.
Stifling: so hot it's hard to breathe. It was absolutely stifling in that office. Oppressive: similar but with a sense of weight pressing down on you.
Muggy: warm and humid, sticky, uncomfortable, very common in everyday speech. Ugh, it's so muggy today.
Sultry: warm, humid, and often used with a slightly sensual or dramatic connotation. More literary, but you'll hear it.
Category 2, cold weather.
Cold, cool, chilly, freezing, icy.
Intermediate: crisp, brisk, bitter, sharp, frosty, nippy, raw.
Crisp: cold but clean and refreshing. A crisp autumn morning feels energizing, not miserable. Very positive connotation.
Brisk: similar to crisp, cold in a way that gets your blood moving. A brisk walk. The cold actually feels good.
Bitter: painfully cold. The cold has an edge to it like a knife, a bitter wind. It's bitterly cold out there.
Nippy: slightly cold in an informal, almost affectionate way. British English especially. It's a bit nippy this morning. Friendly, conversational.
Raw: cold and damp together. A raw wind cuts through you, more unpleasant than bitter because of the dampness.
Advanced: Arctic, glacial, sub-zero, bone-chilling, piercing, biting.
Bone-chilling: so cold it reaches your bones. You feel it inside, not just on your skin. Biting and piercing: the cold feels like something sharp attacking you.
Notice how cold weather vocabulary is much more negative and aggressive in tone than warm weather. Interesting, isn't it?
Very. Language reflects emotion, and most people don't love being cold.
Category 3, rain. This is where English vocabulary truly explodes because English-speaking countries, especially the UK, have a lot of rain, and when something is part of your daily life, your language develops to describe it in great detail. Rainy, wet, drizzly, showery, pouring.
Drizzle, shower, downpour, torrential rain, steady rain, light rain, heavy rain, spitting.
Let's break these down because the differences matter. Drizzle, very light, fine rain, almost mist. It's drizzling, barely counts as rain, but still gets you wet.
A shower, a brief period of rain that comes and goes. There'll be some showers this afternoon. Not all-day rain, just passing bursts.
A downpour, sudden, heavy rain, often short but intense. We got caught in a downpour. Always unexpected.
Torrential rain, extremely heavy, sustained rain, almost overwhelming. Torrential suggests something powerful and unstoppable.
Spitting, barely raining, just a few drops. British English. Is it raining? Not really, just spitting.
Pelting, lashing, bucketing down, tipping down, raining cats and dogs. Misty, sodden.
Pelting, rain hitting hard like small stones. The rain was absolutely pelting down. Lashing, violent rain driven by wind. Bucketing down or tipping down, informal British expressions for very heavy rain. Very colloquial and fun.
And of course, raining cats and dogs, one of the most famous English idioms, meaning raining very heavily. You'll hear this constantly.
Sodden, completely soaked through, used for ground, clothes, people. The ground was absolutely sodden after the storm.
Category 4, wind.
Basic, windy, breezy, gusty, calm.
A gentle breeze, a strong wind, a gust of wind, blustery, howling wind, stiff breeze.
Blustery, windy in an irregular, aggressive way. Bursts of wind, not steady. Very common in British weather descriptions.
A stiff breeze, a reasonably strong steady wind, not violent, but you'll definitely feel it. Nautical in origin.
Advanced, gale, gale force winds, squall, tempest, hurricane, tornado, whipping, roaring.
A gale, a very strong wind, often used in weather forecasts. Gale force winds are expected. More technical.
A squall, a sudden, brief, violent storm combining wind and often rain. We ran into a squall. Very dramatic sounding.
Whipping, wind moving fast and stingingly. A whipping wind. Again, notice the aggressive, almost physical vocabulary.
Category 5, clouds and gray skies.
Basic, cloudy, overcast, gray, dull, foggy, misty.
Intermediate, hazy, murky, gloomy, dreary, bleak, leaden skies, overcast, patchy cloud.
Leaden skies. This is a beautiful, slightly literary expression. A heavy, dark gray sky, the color of lead. Very evocative.
Dreary, gray, dull, and depressing. What a dreary day. The word itself sounds gloomy. Even the way it sounds matches its meaning.
Murky, dark, damp, and unclear. A murky November morning. Usually involves fog or mist as well.
Patchy cloud. You'll hear this in forecasts. Not fully cloudy, not fully clear. Clouds in patches across the sky.
Advanced, ominous clouds. Threatening skies. Brooding. Dense fog. A pea souper.
Ominous clouds are dark clouds that threaten a storm. The word ominous adds a sense of foreboding. Something bad is coming.
A pea souper is a very old British expression for an extremely thick, dense fog you can barely see in front of you. Less common now, but still heard.
Category 6, extreme weather.
Storms, thunderstorm, lightning, thunder, hailstorm, blizzard, snowstorm.
A thunderstorm, heavy rain with thunder and lightning. It's thundering, the sound. It's lightning, the light.
Snow and ice, Flurry, snowfall, blizzard, frost, black ice, sleet, slush.
A flurry, light, brief snowfall. A few flurries expected this evening. Not serious, just passing snow.
Sleet, a miserable mix of rain and snow, neither proper snow nor proper rain, the worst of both, universally disliked.
Slush, snow that has partially melted and become wet, gray, and unpleasant. Nothing good has ever been said about slush.
Black ice, invisible ice on roads and pavements, extremely dangerous, very important vocabulary.
Now let's talk about weather idioms and expressions, because English is absolutely packed with them, and they come up constantly in conversation.
Let's organize these by theme. First, idioms about good fortune or bad fortune related to weather.
Every cloud has a silver lining. Even in bad situations, there's something positive to be found. I know losing that job was hard, but every cloud has a silver lining.
Come rain or shine, no matter what happens, regardless of circumstances, I'll be there come rain or shine. Commitment and reliability.
A ray of sunshine. Someone or something that brings happiness and positivity. She's an absolute ray of sunshine. A beautiful compliment.
Storm in a teacup. British expression for a lot of fuss about something unimportant. Don't worry about their argument. It's just a storm in a teacup.
Under the weather, feeling slightly ill or unwell. Possibly the most commonly used weather idiom. I'm a bit under the weather today. Very natural, very everyday.
Weather the storm. To survive a difficult period. The company weathered the storm and came out stronger.
Take a rain check. To decline an invitation now but suggest doing it another time. I can't make it tonight. Can I take a rain check? American English, very common.
Steal someone's thunder. To take attention or credit away from someone. She announced her own news right before mine and completely stole my thunder.
On cloud nine. Extremely happy. Euphoric. He's been on cloud nine since he got the promotion.
Head in the clouds. Daydreaming, not paying attention to reality. She has her head in the clouds. She needs to focus.
Throw caution to the wind. To act boldly without worrying about the consequences. I decided to throw caution to the wind and quit my job to travel.
It never rains, but it pours. When things go wrong, they tend to go very wrong all at once. First, my car broke down, then I lost my wallet. It never rains, but it pours.
Right as rain. Perfectly fine. In good health or order. Don't worry about me. I'll be right as rain in no time.
Save for rainy day. To keep money or resources for when you really need them. I'm putting some money aside, saving it for a rainy day.
Now let's talk about grammar patterns for weather conversations, because there are some specific structures that come up again and again.
Pattern 1, it's plus adjective, the most basic and most used. It's hot, it's freezing, it's gorgeous out there. Simple but essential.
Pattern 2, it's plus verb ing, describing weather as action. It's raining, it's snowing, it's pouring, it's drizzling. This is where English gets specific. The verb choice tells you exactly what kind of weather.
Pattern 3, what plus adjective, weather. For exclamations. What gorgeous weather! What miserable weather! What a glorious day!
Pattern 4, the weather is supposed to plus verb. For discussing forecasts. The weather is supposed to clear up later. It's supposed to get warmer by the weekend.
You can also use they're forecasting. The forecast says, according to the forecast, apparently it's going to.
Pattern 5, I can't believe how plus adjective. It is, for expressing surprise or strong reaction. I can't believe how cold it is for May. I can't believe how hot it's been this week.
Weather as cause, using with or given. With this heat, I can barely think. Given how cold it's been, it's no surprise everyone's getting sick.
Pattern 7, comparing to expectations or the norm. It's unusually warm for this time of year. It's been much wetter than average. We haven't had a summer like this in years.
This pattern is incredibly useful in conversation because it shows awareness of seasonal norms, which signals cultural familiarity.
Now let's talk about the cultural dimension, because this is crucial for English learners.
In English-speaking cultures, and especially in British culture, Talking about weather serves a social function that goes beyond the weather itself.
When British people open a conversation with terrible weather, isn't it? They aren't really looking for a meteorological discussion. They are saying, hello, I acknowledge you. I want to connect. Here is a safe, neutral topic.
It's an invitation, a social handshake. The correct response isn't a detailed analysis of atmospheric pressure. It's a friendly agreement and perhaps a small addition.
So if someone says, lovely day, isn't it? You might respond, isn't it gorgeous? I was just thinking I might sit outside for lunch. Now you're in a conversation.
Or if someone says, awful weather we're having, you might say, dreadful, isn't it? I got absolutely soaked on my way in this morning. You've shared an experience. Connection made.
Let's practice some of these conversational exchanges now.
Opening with weather. Can you believe this heat? Bit chilly today, isn't it? What a miserable day. Gorgeous weather for once. Have you seen the forecast for the weekend?
Responding and extending. I know, I was absolutely roasting on the bus this morning. Tell me about it. I had to dig my winter coat out. I know, I got caught in that downpour at lunchtime. Finally, right? It's been gray for weeks. Apparently, it's supposed to be sunny. Fingers crossed.
Expressing opinions. I love this kind of weather. I can't stand the heat. This is my favorite kind of day. I'm a real summer person. Give me a cozy winter day over a hot summer anytime.
I'm a real summer person. This is a very natural English expression. You can also say, I'm more of a winter person, or autumn is definitely my season.
Sharing experiences. I got drenched walking to the station. The kids absolutely love the snow. We had to cancel our plans because of the storm. The garden is going to love all this rain.
Now, let's do our demonstration. John, start with a very flat, functional description of the weather. Then I'll show the upgrade.
Today it is cold and there is some rain. It was cold yesterday too. I don't like cold weather.
Oh, it's absolutely miserable out there today. One of those raw, gray December days where the cold just gets into your bones. I got caught in a proper downpour on my way here, and I'm still not fully dry. According to the forecast, it's going to be like this all week, which is just depressing. I don't mind a crisp, frosty morning, but this damp, gray drizzle, it makes the whole city feel gloomy. Roll on spring, honestly.
What a difference! That sounded completely natural, like something a native speaker would actually say.
Let's break down what I used. Absolutely miserable. Raw, gray December day. Gets into your bones. Caught in a proper downpour. According to the forecast, I don't mind, but roll on spring.
Roll on spring. British expression meaning I can't wait for spring to arrive. You can say roll on with any time or event. Roll on Friday. Roll on the holidays.
And I don't mind, but this is a wonderful structure for expressing nuanced preferences. I don't mind the cold, but the darkness is what really gets to me. Very natural.
Now let's talk about regional variation in English, because weather vocabulary varies across English-speaking countries.
British English has some very specific weather expressions. It's brass monkeys. It's extremely cold. Informal, slightly rude origin, but completely mainstream now. The heavens have opened. It's raining very heavily, suddenly. Mizzle, a combination of mist and drizzle. Very fine, wet air.
American English, it's a scorcher, a very hot day. A nor'easter, a type of powerful storm on the northeast coast. Partly cloudy versus mostly cloudy. Americans are very precise about cloud cover in forecasts.
Australian English, a scorcher is used here too. The wet season, the period of heavy monsoon rains in the north. Willy Willy, a small whirlwind or dust devil.
Knowing these regional variations helps you connect with speakers from different backgrounds, and it signals that you've gone deeper than surface-level English.
Now, let's talk about weather in descriptions and storytelling, because weather isn't just for small talk. It sets atmosphere and mood in writing and speaking.
It was a blustery October afternoon when she first arrived in the city. The weather immediately creates atmosphere.
The day of his interview dawned bright and crisp, which he took as a good sign. Weather as omen or symbol.
We spent the afternoon huddled inside while the storm raged outside. Honestly, it was one of the coziest afternoons I can remember. Weather creating intimacy and memory.
When you tell stories in English, adding weather details makes them vivid and real. It was pouring is always better than the weather was bad.
Now, let's build your action plan.
Day 1. Learn and use the vocabulary for one weather category, rain. Learn all the words from drizzle to bucketing down. Write 5 sentences describing rain you've experienced in your life.
Day 2. Learn 10 weather idioms by heart. Connect each one to a real situation in your life. I was under the weather last week. My friend completely stole my thunder at that dinner.
Day 3. Practice the conversation patterns. Write 5 weather conversation openers and 5 responses. Practice saying them out loud until they feel natural.
Day 4. Describe the weather every day for a week, in English, out loud, or in a journal. Be specific. Don't say, "It's cold." Say, "It's bitterly cold with a sharp wind from the east and leaden skies."
Day 5. Watch a British or American weather forecast on YouTube. Note every expression used. How many do you already know? How many are new?
Ongoing. Every time you step outside, find 3 specific English words for what you're experiencing. Make weather description a daily micro-practice.
And ongoing, when you start a conversation in English and there's an awkward pause, use weather. It is always there. It is always available. And now you have the language to use it well.
Let's close with our key takeaways.
Key point 1. Weather vocabulary is vast and precise. Every category, heat, cold, rain, wind, clouds, extreme weather, has its own rich vocabulary world.
Key point 2. English has extraordinary variety for describing rain specifically. Master this category and you'll sound deeply fluent.
Key point 3. Weather idioms are everywhere in everyday English. Under the weather, on cloud 9, right as rain, these come up constantly.
Key point 4. Grammar patterns matter. It's plus adjective, it's plus verb ing, what plus adjective weather. Practice these until they're automatic.
Key point 5. In English-speaking cultures, weather talk is a social ritual. It's not small talk, it's connection talk. Use it confidently.
Key point 6. Be specific and expressive. It's absolutely scorching beats it's hot. A bitter, biting wind beats it's cold. The detail is what sounds fluent.
And key point 7. Practice every single day. The weather changes daily, and so does your opportunity to practice.
Thank you so much for joining us on English Podcast Hub today. Weather might have seemed like a simple topic when we started, but I hope you now see just how rich and rewarding it is.
You now have the vocabulary, the idioms, the grammar, and the cultural knowledge to talk about weather like a true English speaker.
Subscribe, leave us a review, and share this episode with a fellow learner.
Until next time, whatever the weather, keep speaking.
Take care, everyone.